First of all, I just want to say that felt like this is your girlfriend, woman, or just a girl you talking? It sounded like she wanted a threesome. That's what it sounded like. Just want to let you know that. If you haven't, you might want to circle back to that.
So the other day, right, this chick is telling me, asking me how I feel about polygamy. You know? And I started laughing, y'all like laughing and shit, so whatever. You know what I mean? And we got this deep conversation, you know what I'm saying? And she's just like, I basically told her, look, you know, I feel it takes a village to raise a child. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, I'm kind of all for it. You know what I mean? Now, when I say I'm all for it, I mean, I understand it. You know what I'm saying? Would I do it? I don't know. You know what I mean? I think it works. You know what I'm saying? Look, I got this woman. I got this other woman. Mm-hmm. All right? I'm not going to be extreme. All right? Give me 3.
That's a good number.
Give me 3 for the crib. Really, you know what I'm saying? All 3 of y'all have my kids. You know what I'm saying? Maybe 3 apiece. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. But I feel like money's coming in.
Right.
You know, because it's 4 adults. You know what I'm saying? Whether 2 work or 3 work, 1 stays home. But we have a family unit. We got a good house. Because money's coming in. Financial-wise, I think it's a good move. Right. You know, that's what I was trying to explain to her. You know what I'm saying? But then she hit me with the whole thing like, oh, but what if, you know, I go with somebody else, though? You know what I'm saying? Or what if I, you know, step out the way you want to have 3 different women? You know, and I basically said, look, I don't really feel like you would even want to step out because...
Well, I agree. First of all, I just want to say that felt like this is your girlfriend, woman, or just a girl you talking? It sounded like she wanted a threesome. That's what it sounded like. Just want to let you know that. If you haven't, you might want to circle back to that. But the real truth is, when you were saying about women not probably wanting to step out, I don't feel like biologically women are geared towards having multiple men. It's just not. And you look at all the research and studies out there, I think it just shows naturally women look at men and they have to analyze us. They choose men for particular reasons, not because they like many men. They want a right kind of guy who's going to provide for them, protect, shit like that. So women are naturally inclined to just choose one. Now men, on the other hand, we have sperm, we can actually pass that out and give that all around. And I feel like that's a really good setup. And naturally, that's what we inclined to do. I had a similar conversation with a girl one time. And that was because brother was probably stepping out. And she's like, can you ever be with one woman? And I was trying to explain to her that same concept of setting up kind of a family unit. Because I don't feel naturally that monogamy is cool. It can be done. But are we naturally doing that? Are we fighting our nature really if we just kind of stick with that? And the only reason why I say that is because what you're talking about with having multiple, when you look at all the people out here in our lives, a lot of people are doing it. It's just not an official.
It's not organized.
Right. Yeah. It's like nobody really know what's going on, right? A nigga man might get caught. Yeah. Shorty pregnant, right?
Yeah. And a lot of them bring them back home to live with. You just don't know. A lot of people are doing it now. Yeah. You have 2 different sets in the house. Y'all just don't say nothing. I just realized this is the only way we gonna work, and this is what happens. But that's also too on a intellectual level, on not intellectual, but on how your life is going, on how you want it to go. Because if you just a regular 9 to 5 person, I don't think that's gonna work. You gotta be a grinder. Meaning that you out of the house 15 hours out of the day. Because if you just a 9 to 5, when you get home at 6, you're gonna have 3 people that's wanting attention from you. 2 or 3. They know you ready for that. But when they know that you a grinder and you a hustler, and this is you out there, you making that bread or whatever you're doing, they don't really expect you to be nurturing to them like that. They kind of, because they kind of know what it is. But like for someone who's just simple and just doing a 9 to 5, I don't think that's gonna work.
Right.
Someone's gonna fall off because everybody wants attention, even male or female,
right.
even animals, want attention. So,
well, monogamy and polygamy, again, is terms. Like monogamy is a term that describes or expresses commitment. We are not naturally monogamous. We're not naturally polygamous. But circumstantial situations within the community allow. So, for instance, there's a female to male ratio of 7-1. There will always be more females visibly on this earth than men. With the 7-1 ratio, especially in a country like this, especially if you're black men die more from murder and just health issues, more incarcerations, the homosexuality, it's so many reasons why the numbers are daunting. Now ask yourself, if the ratio was 7 men to every 1 female, would women be visually more promiscuous than men? You would really think about that. A lot of people don't understand that promiscuity, as far as a male perspective, there's a very tangible idea that if there's 7, if you any popular guy within a 40 block radius, or attractive, or if he got money, he might be able to fuck every single woman within that 40 block radius, because he's a commodity. 7-1 ratio really changes the way we are socially, all together. You know what I'm saying? So if there was more women than men, more men than women, imagine how women would be acting. You know what I'm saying? So monogamy, again, is just a term that expresses commitment. I'm probably the only person that actually experienced a polygamy, person that I know personally that's been in a polygamous relationship. And it's really not realistic in this country. This is a country that is governed off of Christianity. Christianity coined the term monogamy. Humankind been, situating families and structures and stuff before religion came about. So what were we doing before? Polygamy is usually a structure based off of the man's wealth. Or if you have 30 goats. If I have 30 goats and I could support a village off of those goats, and I might have several wives, because these women are poor. And they need a man to take care of them. So, okay, now let me look at it. I'm going to have children for this wealthy woman. She's going to have children. We're all going to have children. So we all bring in wealth within our tree. So polygamy is really a structure of financial stability or wealth. That's what it's usually. It's not like this orgy shit that everybody romanticizes.
Because a lot of times I get what you're saying. I totally agree. I think what happens as soon as you bring it up, it's like, oh, you just want another excuse to cheat. You know what I'm saying? I think immediately you already put your ego into it. You know what I'm saying? Not looking at the gaining from it. You know what I'm saying? As far as a community goes, as far as a family unit goes in itself. You know what I'm saying? But then, she hit me with something that kind of had me thinking for a second when she said, she was like, well, what about love? She's like, well, can you love more than one person?
Absolutely.
You love your mother, you love your father, right?
Well, then
romantically, yes, too.
But then she said, well, then, what is the sacredness between you and this? What is sacred between you and the other woman?
I think it's, when you try to look at, first of all, I like the brother, what's your name again? Chris said something very important. Like, there's a lot of factors here, and if you're talking about, let's say, black women, and I don't want to take the conversation there, but I think it's gonna end.
It's okay, man.
You know what I'm saying?
If we're black,
we have to talk about.
I'm talking about people.
Everything changes when you're black.
Right,
This country. So you gotta address it.
Yeah.
What I'm saying here is 50% of women. This is from 2014 data from the U.S. Census, are never going to be married. Never married. 50%, and it's 50% of men. So marriage is one of those big institutions that is just being ignored. It's just a lot of lonely people out here. That's what it basically comes down to.
We're going to more baby showers than
weddings, right? And so if we're really looking at this as maybe a structure, another way for people to come together, because obviously something's happening and something's going on that we can't really account for. And there's a lot of reasons why black men and black women aren't really coming together in these kind of monogamous relationships. And I think we kind of hold ourselves back if we don't look and explore all the different options that are available to us in terms of how to build love. People out here cheating. It's happening. Whether people want to admit it or not, things are going on. And if we don't really sit down and say to ourselves, how can we then now benefit from something that we're naturally doing and something that's already occurring, and being truthful and upfront about shit. And when you say stuff about love, the first argument somebody would say is, oh, you can't love two. You can. You might love them in their own special way, but you can actually have love. And if everybody's in agreement about it, everybody's honest, and you're not forcing nobody into a situation, why can't somebody have a polygamous relationship?
So can we honestly say that if I got, let's call them Bettys, I got 3 Bettys. You know?
That's new.
And
That's exclusive. I never heard that one.
It's old. It's been
Bettys.
around for a while.
Can I say that there's something sacred between me with this one, that one, the next
You
one?
call them the Bettys, I don't think so. No. Nah, I think you can. You know why? Because everybody's an individual.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes one person will give you something that you need, and then the next person will give you the next stuff that you need.
Right.
Like you might have, like, whatever it is you into, whatever photography or whatever, this person may just have crazy ideas that they willing to give you off the bat. They don't want no money off of it. They just have that natural talent to it or whatever.
Right.
All right? And they into whatever you into. All right, cool. But this person is not nurturing. But then now you meet the other one, don't really know too much, but she nurturing like them.
Cooking good meal, rub the stomach
back, and no problem, don't want none of that.
Kiss
like,
you
yo, I'm out, she just kiss you, and you out. You know what I mean? You gonna be like, you gonna say it's like, I can't live without none of that. Like, I need.
But
all
again,
of them
monogamy, again, is a term.
Yeah.
It's not real.
Yeah.
People don't like to hear that, especially people that love relationships.
Mm-hmm.
But if you love relationships, what you love is you love commitment. What monogamy is the expression of commitment that you have for someone that you love over time.
Mm-hmm.
If I spend time with you enough to understand you and accept what I understand, only then will I probably be able to commit to you. So committing is not the same as being monogamous. Monogamous, again, is a term. It's an idea that was created by man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So what is the actual need? Now, for instance, it's different to be in a polygamous relationship, a polygamous community, or a polygamous society, rather than having communal relationships within the home. Like, it's different where 2 women like women.
Mm-hmm.
These 2 girls fuck girls.
Mm-hmm.
And we happen to love each other, but we want to love a man.
Yeah.
That's not polygamy.
Mm-hmm.
Polygamy is more of a...
I don't know. I can't say. I think that's a form of polygamy.
Yeah, it is. It is.
I mean,
but polygamy again is a structure more so to suit the communal needs. Like, you know, it's really a structure of grooming a home and building a family. That's the idea originally.
Yeah,
but if you have a girlfriend that like girls,
yeah, that's not polygamy.
that's not necessarily saying you live in a polygamy. You got two.
That's what I'm saying.
It's not. Polygamy is not the sexual thing.
Right.
It's not.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I said.
So a lot of women hear that. Oh, you got
raise
2
a
women.
child.
Because I've seen polygamous relationships where there's more than one man and there's one female. But what is it about that female that can have 2 men sharing her?
Yeah.
That's not even a human male instinct to share.
He probably is a beta male.
But
you know,
she
you
would
got the
probably
beta males.
be
She'll
very
accept
powerful.
I ain't gonna handle that. You know what I'm saying?
How the hell did that work?
Word.
I can show you weak. And it probably worked because she was stronger economically, maybe. And you know,
she making a little bread, don't mean.
And a man.
This is usually what polygamy is. It's usually a fiscal structure.
Yeah, it's a structure.
Got the green.
I get it. At the same time, damn. I mean, naturally, every pride, every herd has 1 male.
Yeah.
You know, I not to say I don't believe it. I'm trying to figure out how it works.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
As you said before, like, if you're gonna have a polygamous relationship with the one man and the multiple women, the man has to be an alpha.
Yeah.
Now, if a woman wants to have have two men, they're gonna have
She's
to be
the
beta
alpha.
male. Yeah, she's the alpha female in a situation.
That's the only way it's gonna work.
You definitely
It ain't gonna work with one alpha and one.
You cannot.
Yeah.
Oh, my fault. Go ahead.
Well, just
because men are practical lovers. We're practical thinkers. We know love is not sex.
Yeah.
We know that. Most men.
Yeah.
And sex is not love. Most women would have sex with you with an emotional content.
There's a connection there.
Right.
That's what.
This is who she is. This is how she was made.
Mm-hmm.
Being that she has to be entered, it's a different take on who you let in. Whereas, where would you put yourself? Like we think.
Yeah.
I'm putting myself in this woman. A very different thing than I'm letting this man
receiving it.
You know what I'm saying? So
I feel like that, and that's really what it would take. A whole bunch of strong alpha males to actually make an official type of polygamous move. Like, for you to really say, like, we can start moving in that kind of direction. First of all, it takes, honesty, and then some women who are actually going to be honest with themselves. Do you want to be fucked behind your back? Or do you want to know what the fuck is going on and be relevant and everybody be on the same page? I'd rather...
you see the crazy part is...
Adultery is not natural. Yeah. Lying is natural.
Yeah.
Right? You know what I'm saying? If you make a promise to commit to someone, then and you don't uphold your promise, then you're doing something wrong.
That's the whole thing.
You can't accept making a promise and not keeping.
The problem definitely comes in when you're not being honest.
Is it natural that we're promiscuous? Yeah. Absolutely. But who's going to really accept promiscuity in anyone?
I read some shit that said that 70%, like 68% of men, 78% of men, if they could get away with it, would fucking cheat. And then women, 68%. I was like, it's right there. Like,
but women,
so it means that everybody want to do what they want to do.
Women have just as strong as a promiscuous gene as a man. I seen that on a documentary.
I was like, damn, they right there.
There is no difference.
There's no difference. No, it's not that. It's society.
That's why I said they're raised differently.
It's society. Because a girl, if she's bagging mad dudes and getting mad bread for them, nah, she a bird.
Most attractive women walking up and down the street right now. Every nigga's trying to holler at them, only because it's our nature to holler.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Now, a lot of women don't see men as a stronger commodity than her, but trust me, we here.
Yeah.
There's men who walk up and down the block who get hollered at and whistled at by women just as much as a female with a fat ass.
Mm-hmm.
But when you look at men are natural aggressors, we gonna come for them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
How much dick is a woman gonna turn down in her life? Hundreds and hundreds of men a week, At some point, some women, especially when some women perform well sexually, I know exhibitionists who fuck a lot of dudes just because they want to show what they could do. You ever met a girl like that?
I haven't run into that type of...
You haven't?
I mean, I've had pussy that made me kind of get scared a little bit, because you know what I'm saying? Like you fucking realize that, wow, like, I think she could fuck 15 other people alongside. I thought I did my job, but you know what I'm saying? Like, you go right back. It's 3 o'clock in the morning. You finished at 2, but it's still there. It's still ready to go. That's scary scene for a brother like me. I had to break up with that immediately. I said, I can't be living my life watching my back like that. It was too much. She was ready to go at all times. At all times.
That's scary.
What sign was she?
I don't know. I don't remember, dude. I just remember that I was scared. I realized that I was in too deep. I had to pull back. It was crazy. It was. You gotta know, especially in the alpha male, you gotta know when you kind of.
Yeah, you way above. Yeah,
this is not my power level. She on porn level. I can't. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. It was fun. It was good. I enjoyed it, but I got to go
right out of that.
Like you said, Chris, we live in a different place. You know what I'm saying? And to develop that kind of mentality, to show people like, look, it's a foundation we trying to build. You know what I'm saying? It's not gonna be. I won't say it's impossible, but it's hard to do it here.
It's not going. You know why? Because look how many times Chris said it was a structure, and we sort of leaned it towards sex.
And this is a Christian society.
Yeah.
Polygamy is total opposite against the idea
Yeah, so you know what I mean. That's
of course.
But it's unusual.
Yeah.
It's unusual.
It's just how we been
But
socialized.
it could work.
Yeah.
It's just how we been
depends on,
socialized. But I think black people need polygamy right now, and that's just my honest feeling right now. If you got dudes who are actually doing their thing, taking care of families, you know what I mean, strong, doing what they need to do, right? As you said before, my man brought up about how if a man had like more back in the days, he had 30 goats and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Let's move it to the equivalent now. If you had good money, you making good bread, and you were able to hold down a couple of females, I think you should have a right to be able to do that and everybody be cool. Because now you can establish your family, everybody on the same page, and the women out here could be basically taken care of. Now, we're 7 to 1 women, somebody gonna get left out.
Yeah.
Do we want our women to be by themselves? What's the choice? Yeah.
You see the feminist movement.
What's your choice?
Loneliness, lesbianism, and all this other shit.
You know what that come to fact? And me and Sasha always talk about that. We feel like women shouldn't work. I don't feel women shouldn't work. Like my girl, I don't let her spend her bread. I let her save her bread. I don't care what she making.
Right.
I'm gonna get what you need, your car, whatever. I'm getting that for you. Cause I feel like that's my job. That's my job. And if something happens that I'm not there and I can't be, guess what? You good because you've been saving that bread all that time.
Well, see, that's the function that we take as the alpha male. You know, being that not that they shouldn't work, but you don't have to.
Yeah.
Like, here's my thing, man. Here's my thing.
About that. I'm gonna let you talk.
Understand what I'm saying, right? From my perspective, okay. If you my lady,
right, all right.
If you want to work, that's fine. You know what I'm saying?
But you don't have
At the end of the day, I'm making sure that I can take care of everybody, everything. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's just a role that I'm taking as myself. Now, here's the thing though, I won't tell you that. You know what I'm saying? I won't say that to you because I just want you to do what you want to do.
Yeah.
But you're going to recognize who I am.
Yeah.
You understand? You're going to look and see that this guy does all these things. So it's up to you what you want to do. Because you're not going to be no lazy woman regardless. Yeah. You're going to have my kids.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You're going to take care of home. You know what I'm saying?
I feel like
I'm sorry.
If a woman want to work, she could work. She could do it as long as she remembers she's a woman.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because that's what, and we are not equals. I'm not your equal, you're not my equal. We're both valuable. Yes. Equally valuable, but we are not made the same.
Right.
And this household and the structure is not the same. Your role is not my role. My strength is not your strength. We are made physically stronger for a reason.
I want my woman to work. I'm explaining it right now. I'm telling you right now.
She can do whatever she wants. She knows she
Two things. Look, first of all, the average apartment now in Brooklyn is about $1,014 for about a 1 bedroom. I'm just talking economics, brother. I just got to get down to the money here.
Depends on what neighborhood.
You know what I'm saying? Word. We got to really talk about that. 2 incomes coming in is going to help, bro. I pay them bills for self nowadays, and it's good. I can handle mine, but at the same time, I wouldn't mind having some help. And I do not feel like you said about not talking about it, I need to see a woman grind and be able to know that she can make her bread and we can come together and build on some shit. Now, if we establishing some type of relationship on the polygamy side, this woman that I don't believe might fit a criteria for maybe having to go work, maybe her strength is staying home, taking care of the kid. But if you got a degree, you've been doing your thing, you go out there, you should be able to work, and we could work together as a team to build. Now, as a man, my role is as provider and protector. So I do agree that I'm going to try my very best to maintain and hold down the household while you find something to help us come get back. You know what I'm saying? But I do believe in a woman working, man. I think it's great. I would be a Stedman if I could at times. I always look at Stedman and say, wow, brother, you are not getting Oprah, you're not sleeping with her, but you're living the dream, bro. You're living the dream. You know what I mean?
That's not the reality. It's not the normal dream.
Stedman, my man Stedman, boy. There's a lot of Stedmans out here.
Yeah, there's a lot of Stedmans.
I couldn't live like him, but I would like that Oprah money. I ain't gonna lie. If your woman Oprah, bro, how we living? Like, that's a different take on things, right? I'm an alpha male still, but
you switching roles though.
No matter how much money.
I'm not switching roles.
No matter how much money a woman makes, she should still respect you as a man. But
exactly.
the problem
that's not gonna happen.
The problem is Gail. She respects Gail as her man. That's just my personal opinion. I don't feel like that.
Yo,
I don't get too far. I like to see, you know, again, like a man could be a millionaire and he could meet a beautiful woman that she's a librarian, making minimum wage, and she could be.
He will take her in
his dreams. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I'm
but
saying,
a woman who's really highly attractive and not commonly she's gonna deal with a nigga that not making a bunch of money.
Nope.
That's just
not
reality.
even giving you a chance.
You know
not even a glance.
You said
not even. Yo, you could have served her early her breakfast.
You gotta,
and she ain't gonna
she
come.
already got a chart of what a man's supposed to come in the relationship.
What kind of man?
But we could date a broke chick. As long as she's a good
that's the crazy part. Because you be going to clubs nowadays and shorty be playing mad like different. They try to act. You find out what they really do. Like you work at McDonald's and you was fronting this whole time with these clothes. You know you return to Macy's tomorrow. Come on, man. I see. You see how you are dancing out here because you don't want get too sweaty. So you gotta bring it back tomorrow.
I ain't coming here to dance.
Nah, I come here to dance. I came here to get a drink. Yeah, baby, you gotta return the clothes tomorrow, baby. I know. With my Macy's chicks when I see them.
That's funny. That's really funny. You know, I think really it's the honesty part of it. You know what I'm saying? Just be honest about it, because we're doing it anyway. You know what I'm saying? You know, me personally, I kind of want the family structure. You know what I'm saying? I want to build on it. You know what I mean? But I don't want to have no marriage where I'm lying. You know what I'm saying? I'm not.
That's facts.
You know, that's the whole thing. I'm not gonna be feeling uncomfortable. You know what I'm saying? Now, is there somebody out there that you can say, yo, I just want this one? I'm not saying it's not. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, yeah, certain things come natural, but what differentiates us from animals is that we have a choice. You know what I'm saying? So you can choose to be with one person.
That's your prerogative.
Right. You know what I'm saying? You could do that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's right. That's your prerogative. And you feel that way. You know what I mean? At the same time, you know, natural senses kick in. You know what I mean?
You're right.
I'm with the natural thing and how I feel. I'm just not gonna be dishonest about it.
I think you said a good point, and for me, it's just like if you know that you cannot manage a monogamous relationship, when you get with the person, you gotta be upfront about it. And let it be known up front. I think the honesty part is real. I think as men, we have to be more honest with the women that we're dealing with. And just be honest up front about what this is actually going on.
But don't you want somebody? Want somebody.
I think that the fear.
We all want somebody.
I think that the fear of being alone.
Right, we're not meant to be alone.
Leads you to not tell the truth about what you would probably want.
Exactly.
Because you feel that the woman is not going to accept it. But I think that if you are actually honest, you are going to find that woman who's going to say, okay, I accept you and I accept what's going on here. Let's lay down the ground rules of how this is going to happen.
So you're going to just take somebody based on how they view things? Is that
That's why it don't be working like that. Sometimes it do work like that, but a lot of the times when you meet somebody, you're like, yo, if I tell this chick my situation,
that's what I'm saying.
There's no way.
You just
talk about honesty, right?
Right. Yeah, no.
It means that you're going to lose a lot to find that one that actually matches up with your rules and the way you live. And that's what it takes. Look, there's 7 to 1. So out of 7, I think there might be one that might be down with this.
Yo, but that one
I'll take
bad,
the risk.
son. You might want to... Yo,
it may not be the one that you want. You can't have your cake and eat it too.
Listen, you know the one you want.
Yeah,
you know who you want.
Sometimes the one you want.
Let's not play games.
Ain't the one that.
Yo, but a lot of times we enter it knowing that you know what. Eventually, she gonna find out anyway. So I'm okay because it's true. You know, the truth doesn't. You can't hide the truth so long.
We all.
You know what I mean? Exactly. So it's like, yo, you know what? When that day comes, we gonna see if she gonna ride with me or not.
So polygamy, is it good? We accept that?
I believe that underneath the right circumstances.
Yes or no? Yes or no? Yes or no?
I will answer it the same way he's on the right structures because you could get carried away with it. So.
Cheers to that. Cheers to polygamy.
Yeah,
polygamy.
Polygamy.
Not in this country.